Happy Tuesday, and welcome to the first 1 o'clock of 2023. Hope you all had a lovely Christmas and a lovely New Year, whether that was craziness or relatively sedate, which, excuse me, it was relatively sedate for us actually, because we've all had the lurgy. Well, Sarah's escaped it so far, but it's gone through this house, that's for sure. Yeah, we've all had this horrible cough, colds, lurgy thing that's been going around. So it's been a relatively quiet Christmas for us. Busy, though. Busy because it's been, lots and lots of people in and out visiting and stuff. But yeah, I don't really feel like I've had any time off. Anyway, how are you all? Let's say hello to some people. How are you? Hi Jane, hi Jean, hi Carolyn, hi Melba, hello my darlings. Happy New Year to all you too as well. Hi Taryn, hi Cheryl, lovely, lots of you coming online today. So, hi Anne as well, sorry darling, I didn't see yours. Oh, and Jackie as well, right at the top. There we go. Typical. I'm going to start coughing just as I start. I don't feel too bad in myself. It's just this cough I can't get rid of. I'm feeling your pain, Lindy Lou. I'm feeling your pain. I can't get rid of this cough. It's driving me spotty. We're going to do a little bit of crochet today. A little bit of nice sedate crochet today. And I'm going to show you what not to do as well. Because I've spotted last night 2 big mistakes in the thing that I'm making, but it's fine. You can have a little look, see. But before we get going with it, it's what was I going to tell you? Oh, this is going to be funny if I cough every time I talk. Oh, the sale. Duh. So the counter sale's now finished. The one that we did where we went down the counter, that's now finished. But we've put a 25% off code, which is running from today through to Friday. Okay. It's 25% off basically everything else online. What's the word? So there's things like gift vouchers and classes and subscription boxes. Those are hidden at the moment on the website, so you can't have 25% off those. But basically all products, any of the new stuff that came in just before Christmas, that's on the website, everything else, all pre-cuts, everything has got 25% off. The code it's on our Facebook page, but it's NYS, so New York sale. New York? New Year. Oh my God, I'm not with it. New Year sale. NYS 2301. Okay, so year 23 and then 01 because it's January. So it's NYS 2301. There we go, got it in the end. Linda, you've still got yours. Waiting for doctor to give you antibiotics. I'm on another little antibiotic for my sinuses, Lind. So you think that would be helping, but it's not. Not touching my chest, and it's going to really annoy me that I'm talking. Josh, could you get me some water, please, darling? I've been fine all morning, and now it's going to start this silly tickle. I've moved the camera right down, so hopefully you're going to be able to see what I'm doing, all right? So we're going to flip over, and we're going to have a quick go at this little stitch. It's called, we've done waffle stitch before, and waffle stitch is normally worked in rows, backwards and forwards. But this is a way of working it in a square, which is quite nice if you've only got an X amount of yarn. Thanks, darling. Cheers. X amount of yarn, and you can just keep going until it's, you've run out of yarn, or you could change colours. I love a waffle stitch. It's really sort of like chunky. It gives a real depth to the fabric that you're making. And you can see the 2 mistakes that I made. So with this one, you actually have to turn your fabric. Even though you're working a square, you don't just keep working round and round. You work on the right and the wrong side to get the waffle. And you can see just here, I didn't turn it. So it got really little. And then that was, I didn't turn it on the wrong side. And then this here, I didn't turn it on the right side. So I've got a big extra gap there as well. So it should look just like this bit here. Okay, this lovely waffle stitch. It's got a real bounce and a warmth to it. So it's a very easy one to do, but it is It's one of my faves actually. Lovely Leslie taught it me actually years and years and years ago. And it's definitely one of my faves. But yeah, I was looking at it last night. I was like, oh, for crying out loud, can I be bothered to frog that back for that? No, I'm not frogging it back. I'm just going to keep going. So we're going to go right from the start, and I'm just going to get you started with this, okay? So there's lots of tutorials out there, but I will post a link to a couple. I quite like the back of this as well. See, you've got quite a nice back to it as well. It's just got a real bounce. You can see where I went wrong. That's what happens when you just sit and plow on and don't really think about what you're doing. So I'm going to move that one out of the way. I'm going to use Chunky and a 6mm hook just because it's easier for you guys to see, okay? Hopefully I've lowered the camera enough so that you've got a good... Oh, come on, where's my end? Oh, there it is. There it is there. Okay, so you're going to start with a magic ring. If you don't want to do magic ring, you can do a little chain of 5 and then make a little thing. It's not a mistake, it's a design feature. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I should have said, shouldn't I? I should have done it every few rows and then, oh, it's absolutely design feature. It was just I wasn't concentrating. But I like to start with a magic loop. I think it works better, okay? So we've got the tail over here, the working yarn to the front like that, okay? And we're gonna, tail to the front, over 2 fingers, working yarn at the back, and we're gonna cross it over, make a cross, yeah, like that. You're gonna open your fingers and then grab that yarn through there, all right? And then slip it all off your fingers without pulling tight. So we've done magic loop lots and lots, haven't we? We're gonna start by chaining 3. So it's all done in trebles as well. So don't worry too much about that. So we're going to chain 3. So what that acts as is a treble and a chain 1. Okay. We're then going to put 3 trebles into the ring. So what I mean by the ring is this piece here. Okay. So we're going to wrap in, pull up. So you've got 3 on my hook. Wrap, pull through 2. Wrap, pull through 2. So standard trebles. Remember, that's British terminology as well. So we're going to put 3 in, 1, and then a 3rd one. So it's a pretty standard start, okay, like that. So I've got my chain here and 3 trebles. And here Josh is coughing his guts up as well. Hi Heather, hi Claire. There we go. So I've chained 1. And these little chain spaces are going to make my corners basically, okay? And then I'm going to put another 3 in there. So another 3 trebles, so 1, 2, and 3, like that. There we go, and chain 1 again. It's got 6 at the moment. Just pull that up a little bit already. There we go. Add another 3. Basically what I'm looking for is 4 sets of 3 with a chain in between, okay? So there's another one, 2 and 3. So another 3 trebles, add that chain 1, and then we've got, so my chain, that first chain counts as 1. So I've got 1, 2, 3, chain, 1, 2, 3, chain, 1, 2, 3, chain, and then I want 2 more, so 1 and 2, like that. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. It'll be 4 sets by the time that goes round, won't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I really can't count or anything today. Pull that up nicely, and then what we're going to do is we're going to find that initial chain, and we're going to, that we did, which is there, and we're going to join into the top there with a slip stitch like that. Okay, so hopefully you can see this. It doesn't look much at the moment, but you have actually got 4 sets of 3, which are going to be the sides of your square. You then want to slip stitch into that first chain space there. Okay, so I'm just going to slip stitch again to get to the chain space, because we're always going to work from a corner. Okay, hi Natalie. So So we're gonna make this sort of like first little bit, okay? Watching eating my lunch. Ollie down for his lunchtime nap. Jake is taking a big bowl of fruit and yogurt with me. Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, go away, stupid pop-ups. There it is. Get rid of that. Oh, sorry guys. 2 seconds. There we go. Get rid of that. Little man has just woken up. Josh has just has gone upstairs to get him. So I'm going to start by the chain 2 on round 2. We'll put chain 2 in. And then we're going to, this is the right side basically, okay? I'm then going to put another treble into the corner so that all of this is going into that corner space. So this acts as my first treble, and then I'm going to put a second treble like that. Chain 1, and then another 2 trebles, okay? So 1. So all of that is going into that corner like that. Here we go. So I've put those 2, chain 1, those 2 all into that space there. Okay. We're then going to treble into the next 3 stitches. So by that, what we're looking for is the stitch above like that. So the first one is actually slightly hidden over here. Hello, darling. We've just woken up, have we? Okay. So we're going to make sure you kind of want to move that cornery bit out of the way. Make sure you get that both sides of that stitch. Okay. So there's my first one. 1. Treble into the next one, and this is just the little setup before we start the waffle effect. Have we done a poops? We done poops. Uh-oh. Done a poops. Oh, if you're on your phone, love, give him Friends theme tune. That keeps him quiet. There we go. So I've trebled into those 3, and I've got to the next corner. So in that corner, I'm going to add exactly the same. 2 trebles, 1, 2 trebles. So we're going to go into there. It might be a bit noise now, Han, because he does not like lying down to have his bum done. As far as he's concerned, you should just like try and change it on the go.
Hold on. You're good.
There we go. So there's my corner, which again was the 2, chain 1, 2, like that. And then I'm going to do the same again. So I'm going to treble in the next 3. So this is all just kind of the setup ready to get the waffle stitch going. So 1, 2, and 3. There we go, like that. I'm not sure if this was the right colour to choose to do this for you guys. This stitch makes brilliant washcloths if you do this in cotton. Makes brilliant washcloths because you've got a bit of oomph to it. Okay, and then I'm back to my corner again. So there we go. 1, 2, chain 1 because I'm in my corner. So 2 trebles with a chain 1 and then 2 trebles. It's always the same on the front. Okay, when you're going around the back. We're on the wrong side in a minute. You'll see there's a slightly different corner. Okay, then we've got 3 trebles. So there we go. 1. Hello, darling. 3. Next corner, nearly there, and then we're nearly back to the front, and then we can actually start the waffle stitch because what this was like the setup. So 2, chain 1, and then another 2. Linda used it to make a hot water bottle cover that last year. It was brilliant. Yeah, it's lovely and thick. It really is, isn't it? Yeah, and like I said, it's normally worked in rows, almost always worked in rows, but this is a way of doing it square, which you do have to work on. You have to turn your work and go backwards and forwards with it. So I thought it was a slightly different technique. There we go. There's 2, and then there's my 3rd one, just there, like that. There we go. Just realised my magic loop's coming undone a weeny bit. Hello, darling. How you doing? Granny's busy, sweetheart. I can't come with you. Uncle Josh will...
Come on, I'm serving you some lunch, okay?
There we go. And then what I'm going to do is join to the top of that one there to finish round 2. Okay, and this is kind of the setup. And then slip stitch into the next corner there. So I'm just going to slip stitch over just because like I said, you're always going to start in a corner. So at the minute, you've just got a pretty bog standard granny square. Okay. Now this is where you're going to start the waffling, which I've been doing that for months. A bit late, so you'll have to catch up later. Oh, that's all right, lovely. Jill, you probably know this one already. So we're still on the right side at the moment. So this is the right side of the work. We're going to chain 2, get some height. And because we're on the right side, it's the 2 corners, the 2 treble corners. So into the corner, chain 1, and then another 2 trebles. Like that. Okay, so what we want to do now is we're going to do some front posts. So we're going to wrap, we're going to find that very first stitch, which is this one here. Okay, now we're not going to use the top, we're using the post. So we're going to go dip it in and under like that, wrap round and pull up. And you want to be quite generous with your wool there and pull through, okay. You're then going to, hello darling, hello baby boy. Oh, excuse me, what do you want, darling?
Come on, buddy.
I can't come with you, my love.
Come here.
Uncle Josh will do your lunch now. I'll be there in a bit. Okay, so you're then going to do a treble in the next 2, all right? So what you want is in that one there. Okay, so make sure you're missing this one that you've wrapped around. And you're going to put one in that one there, 1, and then another in the next one, 2, like that. Okay. Oh, I'm getting in the right muddle here with this one. Can you see these stitches? Okay, sorry guys, got in a bit of a tangle. Can you see these stitches okay? Because it's I should have gone with a paler yarn. I thought this would be okay, but I think it might be a little bit dark. And then around my next stitch, so this, if I was doing a normal treble, my next stitch would be this one here. So I'm looking for the post underneath that stitch. So I'm going to go in like that, pull up, and making sure that I've got plenty of wiggle, and through like that. Okay, so you've got these posts here with trebles in between, and then I'm going to go in that one there, 1. Oh. Good if my fingers would work today. So we've got 2 normal trebles just in the top of the stitches is normal, like that. And then we're going to do on the 3rd one here. So this would have been my 3rd normal stitch, but I'm looking for the post, which is right by the corner. You're going to do that that front post treble. So I'm going to dip down round the post, pull through, give it a wiggle, bit of length, and through we go. Okay, so that you've started your waffle sort of happening there. So how have you all been? What did you get in? Did you get any? While I go round now, so I'm into a corner and I'm going to repeat that round. Okay, while I do that very quickly, so we can do the next row of the waffle. What did you get for Christmas? Did anybody get anything interesting? Did you get sewing related stuff? Did you not get a new sewing machine and you really wanted one? What did you get? Anything exciting? Anybody got anything to tell me? Because this is going to be very boring if it's just me waffling on and you listening to Jonah drag his high chair around the place. Because he is being a noisy boy. There we go. And like that. So now I've got the front post. That one there. There it is. And then I've got 2 trebles in the top normally. So, hello, hi Marion, how are you, lovely? Anybody got anything to tell me? Anybody had anything interesting? Or did you not do presents this year with family? Did everybody kind of just chill a little bit? So there we go, I've got those front posts, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go into the corner again. So,
Granny's busy a second. I'm going to put those trousers back on because it's cold.
there we go. Oh, darling, you can't be that starving. And he would think that he'd never been fed. He's been really poorly over Christmas, actually, really poorly. Is that it's cold and just can't shake it right. So last row, I'm doing the front post, 2 trebles. So where has it gone? Lost it. So that will be there. 1, 2. That's that one. That's that one there. There we go. I'll just count back on myself then, because I was just like, I've lost what I'm doing. Nearly there. And then front post round that one. I just want to be able to show you guys how to turn. Ooh. Like that. And then the 2 trebles. Like I said, I will put a link up to the pattern. There's lots out there. So Caroline, Jake just asked me, he was very excited to get a pile of football stuff. Oh, bless. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, little man had so much stuff. Everybody was really good and went like careful with presents. We didn't go too mad, but because there's so many of us, he's still got loads of stuff. Hi Sheila, you had a Michael Bublé tickets for March. Oh nice, you got some lovely boutique fabric rolls as a surprise. But for the rest, I'm still thinking about, didn't have anything in mind. No new machine, that's for sure. No, I didn't get a new machine either. I was just, teasing. You're teaching myself circular knitting and got some Knit Pro interchangeable needles for Christmas. Oh nice, I love the Knit Pro. I use them for when I'm knitting socks and stuff, and yeah, really like those. Really like those. Teaching. Yeah, I really enjoy circular knitting, I have to say. Really enjoy it. It's I even use circular needles for like normal knitting as well. Right, that's my long one. 1, 2, that's my long one. 1, 2, there it is. Sorry, it's because I'm trying to read comments at the same time. Hi Karen, Happy New Year. Yeah, even when I'm knitting normally, I still use circular needles rather than, like straight pins. It's just so much easier. Find it, it rolls up smaller. You haven't got massive needles sticking out anywhere. Like that. And then, there we go. This is my last one just there. Oh, come on. Do that front post like that. And then we can join up to here.
In the legs go.
Right, so it looks all a little bit odd at the moment. You can't really see that waffle coming out. Next thing you want to do is get to the corner, which is just there. So slip stitch over to get to the corner. Now normally, with anything in the round like this, you'd just keep working, wouldn't you? But what we're going to do now is we're actually going to turn our work. We're going to be working on the wrong side, okay? Now the corners on the wrong side, where the corners on the right side had 2 trebles, a chain 1 and 2 trebles, you've only got 1 treble on these, okay? So turn your work and go 1, 2 to get your height, okay? Do not count this as anything, just ignore it. So what I do now is put a treble in, and basically that chain will smush up into it. Chain 1 and then a treble, like that. There we go. So that's your little corner there, okay? Remember the start. That's that. Right, so now you can kind of read the work a little bit. So you're going to put that front post treble around the next 2. And what those are, the ones on this side that you did normally, and you can see them on this work. They become more and more prominent the more rounds that you do. So you're going to put a front post around these first 2. So 1, 2, and then that one through 1, through 2, like that. And then the front post from that side then becomes your normal stitch this side, like that. So that's my normal treble in the top, yeah? And then I'm going to put front posts around the next 2, like that, and there. And then 1 treble, just normal treble in the top. And then you're going to put doubles, front posts around the next 2. And you can really, after you've done a couple of rounds, you can really start to read the work. It's really, really easy to read what you're going to be doing next. Like that. And then these last two here before we get to the corner are my front posts. Like that, and you're going to just work your way round like that. There's my corner. So it's just on the wrong side. It's a wrong un. Wrong is 1, right is 2. So I'm going to put 1 treble, chain 1, 1 treble. That's how I remember it's a wrong un. Okay. So you're going to do that, and you're going to work all the way round. And then when you flip it over, can you see, hopefully you can see the start of that waffle appearing. Okay, once you've worked all the way round, here we go. So I'm actually on this one at the minute, I'm working on the wrong side, like this. Oh, I think we had a bit of a glitch then. You made a snuggly hat in this stitch last year. Yeah, it's really, really nice. Karen, are those front and back trebles wrapped around the stitch below? Yes, they are. The front treble is, so you can see here, I can do it on here for you. So you've got 2 front posts, I'm on the back, and then you can really read the work now once you've got a few rows in, and then it's a normal treble just in the top, like that. And then I've got next 2 stitches are front posts, so round the post, like that, and then I'm wrapping round that post, and then 1 in the top up there, which is just a normal treble. Okay, and you would keep going, and then once you get to the end, you literally just flip it and you start on the right side, and you go backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards like that. So the front corners are always 2. They're wrong 1, right 2. So when you're on the right side of the work, which is this side, you're going to put 2 in the corners, and it's 2 in the top, 1 front post, 2 in the top, 1 front post, all the way along. And on the wrong side, the corners are your 1 treble, chain 1 treble, and you've got 2 posts, 1 in the top, 2 posts, 1 in the top. So it is very easy to do. I think you can probably see it better on here, the definition of this stitch. Apart from my big dodgy bit there, but never mind. Like I said, I'm not changing it. I'm just going to keep going. But it's a lovely, lovely warm. It is a bit of a yarn eater. It does use quite a lot of yarn because you are making such a sort of thick, thick stitch, a thick fabric. But it's beautiful for a scarf. You could do this backwards and forwards as a scarf, which would be really, really nice. I think it gives it a real sort of chunky look and everything. Claire's saying she's done it as a hat. Linda was saying that she's done it as a hot water bottle cover, which I imagine would be lovely and cozy too. So it's a waffle stitch, really versatile. I will put the link up to the pattern that I followed or didn't follow onto the Gigglers in a moment, okay? So that you've got a pictorial pattern there that you can have a little look at and go at. It was free on Ravelry, so yeah, but it is quite a nice one. And it, like I said, it does make this really, really lovely, quite fluid but chunky, warm looking fabric. So that's it for today. It was a quickie one. It was just a little bit of gentle crochet, just because why not? I haven't done any crochet for ages with you, so I just thought, well, something a little bit different, and we'll have a little go at that. I'm back tomorrow with the block, with Block of the Week. I've got a really nice little block for you to have a go at. And then Sarah will be back on Thursday. She's making a steering wheel cover. I think to keep your hands warm when it gets so cold, doesn't it, the steering wheel? Not that I've got a car at the minute because my husband had to go back to London. There were no there were coaches. Normally the coach is like 12, 15 quid. It's like 90 quid. He was like, I'm not paying the hot. Yeah, it's really good. Stops you getting burnt on the hot water bottle. Yes, it does. That sounds like a real good plan. Pop a picture, Linda, on in the Gigglers page if you've got one. So yeah, cool. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Don't forget the sale is now on live on the website. It's 25% off basically everything. And sorry, really can't talk at the moment. and the code is NYS 2301. Okay, so New Year's sale 23, obviously because of the year, and then 01 because it's January. So so yeah, have a little look on that. Okay, and I will see you tomorrow at 1. Take care, guys. Bye.